Hello guys, welcome to another deck profile video. As you can see, today we are filming outdoor, which is at our local store, Dueling Nexus. Comment down below if you would like to have a shop tour video. Alright, back to the deck profile. Today we are bringing you guys the INVOKED DOGMATIKA, the so-called meta in this OCG environment. Alright, but the different thing is that today I will not be showcasing the deck. Today I have invited my friend Kaitoh.
Hi, I'm Kaitoh. You can call me Kai.
Thank you for joining us today to showcase your deck profile. Kaitoh have been playing this deck for around on and off 1.5 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so disclaimer though, this deck is built based on the OCG ban list. Alright, it's just take it as a reference. It might not be the best nor suits your playstyle, so yeah, let's get right into deck profile.
Right, for the monsters, with 3 Aleister because it's standard. You want to see it in every opening hand, you want to normal summon it, you want to see it.
Okay, mandatory?
Yes, mandatory 3. You can't play without it. 3 Ecclesia, the second normal summon of the deck. It's good when you special summon it, but sometimes if Aleister didn't come to the hand, you have to normal summon it. It searches and it good in a grind game if your opponent is a Asher deck, spamming deck. You can just defense and play through.
Yeah.
2 Floodders. My friend told me that I should play free, but sometimes it doesn't do much if you don't have the Ecclesia and it's just a 3k beater. Sometimes it can't come up by its own. You have to
and with a lot of Eldritch in this current format, this might not be that useful.
Yes, a lot of Eldritch. So 2 is enough, and the 1 Maximus. It's good, but not as good as you think. But one is okay. You know, it's very weird during the mirror match because we might.
Yeah, your opponent also got some stuff to ditch as well.
Yes. So what 1 is enough. Sometimes you wanted just the extra damage. For hand traps, 3 Ash and 3 Maxi. It's just standards.
Okay.
Not much to talk about.
I'm seeing quite some people already cut off a Maxi, but you choose to remain at 3 copy because
in some combo matchup you might want to stop your opponent from doing it, and drawing card is nice, but although it doesn't do much in the Eldritch or slow game matchup, but 3 is good.
Okay.
You just want to draw to your combo pieces.
Okay.
I played 2 Prankatops because
in the main deck.
Main deck. Sometimes your monster is too small. You can't beat through something like Thunder Dragons, Zodiacs. This card just beats negates. Yes, 2 seconds you have a free beater and you can interrupt people's back roll just by popping it.
Okay.
That's all the monsters. Very small amount. For the spells, Treat Meltdown and Terraforming to search it up. This card is nice because your invocation can't be stopped, and it's just 1 plus 3. 1 Terraforming, Meltdown, Aleister,
and then Aleister some more can recycle itself.
Yes, essentially it's a plus 3. Essentially.
Alright.
And 2 invocations. I only played 2 because you wanted to search it, not by drawing it. Having multiple copies at hand sometimes doesn't do much. You wanted to see it, but not that often.
Okay, I get it.
2 Nadir Servant. Sadly, this guy is at 2.
Yeah, getting semi-limited.
Yes, this guy is broken.
Yeah, broken.
And I played 2 Spellbolt Knowledge. This card is good because most of your monsters are spellcaster, even the one that I shall show you later.
Okay.
You can ditch it to draw 2 since your invocation works even in the graveyard. Having this to dig down to your side decks while your second go is really, really nice. You can draw to your hand traps, your Dogmatika.
Right.
It's good. The spicy cards. 3 desires.
Oh, okay. So, tell me about it. How often do you banish 2 of your invocation or?
Mostly every game. mostly every game.
Okay.
But the reason we play 3 is because if you look through your deck, it's actually a very small numbers of monsters, and after you're doing your invocation and Dogmatica plays, you doesn't care about anything in your deck. You just want to draw deep.
Okay.
And if you're scared of banishing your invocation or Leicester, you can activate your Leicester first. Then
Right.
you desire.
Yeah.
After you draw 2, then you return back the invocation. It's just fine.
Yeah. See you two play 2 draw cards.
Yes,
Okay.
drawing card is nice in Yu-Gi-Oh. And 2 cross out and 2 call by. We hate hand traps. People do.
Yeah.
We don't. Stopping
Okay.
people plays because essentially if this deck you don't have any Dogmatica at hand, if you normal summon a Leicester, you get negated. You just basically passing your turn. So this card is
Yeah.
happy to prevent that.
Okay.
And the last spell is 1 Feather Dusters. We hate barrels.
Yeah.
That's all the spells for traps. 3 impermanence. Again,
So sum up, you have 9 hand traps, right?
yes, total ups we have 9 hand traps.
Okay.
If we can't play the game, neither the opponent do.
Yeah. Right.
And the last trap is 2
Dogmatica
punishment.
punishment.
I was playing 1, but in the grind game you needed the second piece. Just
Yeah,
have to grind through
agree.
the game.
And on top of that, you're playing Power Desire, so yeah.
So yeah, you need a second piece. It's 40 cards, standards, nothing fancy, just except for the 3 desires.
Alright, up to the extra deck.
For the extra decks, for links, we play the Leicester package. This card we play it because essentially it's a spellcaster. Your spellbook can tribute it to draw 2, and it's a light attribute. You can use it to make sure make up.
So you summon Elixir and then make this,
and
right?
then make these.
Okay.
We only make this when we want to draw 2, and sometimes you needed this because it's a fire. You can make it to
Purgatrial, yeah.
and to just that's game.
Okay.
For invocation targets, 2 Mekaba, 2 is enough. And it doesn't do much during the late game, but in the early game, people just wanted to bait its effects.
Yeah.
And
Interrupt your opponents.
yes, plus the Leicester is 3005. That is really huge for now. And the others, one Purgatrial, like I said, you want to go for games. This I don't know why people play 2, but 1 is like just enough. Sometimes you wanted to pop it. For people who doesn't know, Meltdown says when your fusion monster is fusion summoned, cards cannot be activated. Essentially, this effects it just goes on. So impermanence can't stop it. This card is just nice.
Okay.
And for the send to grave targets, 2 Ash Dragons. One is not enough. 2 is you wanted to grind game, so
Okay.
you needed it to bring out your Fluideliers or the Ecclesia during the late game.
To get more pluses.
Yes, to get more pluses. And 2 Elder God, I'm sorry, this card's I only play 2. People told me to play 3, but
I think it's already tight enough, right?
it's already
Your
tight.
extra time.
It's already very tight. 2 is enough.
Okay.
And the last and one target is 1 Skull Knight, because sometimes you don't want to pop on the spot. You want to remove people's monsters instead of the bad rolls. So this card can just there to fit in the blood.
Yeah, and also against the mirror match, you can digit first. Then on your turn, you can to bait the Mekaba's negations.
Yeah, it's a free destroy. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the 1 5 God Dragons.
Yeah, I've seen it on the Roar of the King. They are playing this to in case of for this punishment, right?
Yes, in case the opponent has a big monster, you can get through it. You can use punishment to send it, because 5000 is the max power here, and if you have this and it's a fact, you can manage 1 fusion monster to gain attack. This plus this is 7000.
7,000.
Plus,
Oh my god.
plus the Leicester is 8000, and that's game.
Yeah.
It's fine, but yeah, it's there. And the last 2 target is 1 at Mr. Pegasus and 1 Omega. Omega is I never use Omega to return my own graveyard. Instead, I return opponents because there's Eldritch, there's Orcus, Thunder Dragon. He just wanted to.
Yeah, cool.
Yes, and this is nice. It's force your opponent to destroy you, and you have to sacrifice one of their cards.
Come in handy on those destruction immune monster. You can just bounce them back to the deck, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's good in a Thunder decks when opponents have Colossus. you can't search, you just normal summon anything, you crash through
Yeah,
the
it
monsters
goes
and then
suicide and
yes, and then you just bounce it back. I did it one time.
yeah,
That guy is
it
just
feels good.
that guy is just what? Side deck.
Alright, up to the side deck.
Yes, the
We
side
have-
deck is one Nibiru. Only playing one because it's a slow meta now and not much of a combo that's going on here. So one is enough.
Okay.
And one Alpha. I only play one because sometimes your opponent's board doesn't get any bigger. 3,000 is a big number. It's not like last time we have Dragoons and now it's not much, but one is enough. Essentially, it's a second Pranker toss, but it doesn't quick effect.
And also, it can somehow recycle itself.
Yes,
so
you
you can
can-
use it next turn.
Yes, you can special summon it, bounce it, and then you just use it next turn.
Okay, cool.
And 2 DD Crow. This is for the mirror match and against Eldritch. Removing graveyard is essential for this format, especially like there's still Marco Cosmos, there's still Recyclers and so on. This card's very good in a mirror match, but against Zodiac, this card just somehow
Yeah.
not much. And 2 Book of Moon. This is also for the mirror match, also and for the Zodiacs because once they first summon, you just figure face down, they can't do much.
Yeah.
And also for the Thunder Dragons. We hate Colossus. And 3 Cosmics, Back Rows, Guys, Eldritch, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Self-explanatory.
Yes, that's mandatory. I wanted to play MST, but Cyclone is not.
It's
Yes.
get rid of the problem.
Yes, it's not good as this because you banish Eldritch Trap, they can't banish it during the end phase. This
Yeah,
is
true.
just much better. And 2D barrier for Zodiacs, Mirror matchup, Thunder Dragons. This card just shut them down for a turn and you can like leave one. And 1 Sky Prison, I wanted to play more, but it says once per turn. So sometimes in the most cringe moment, it's like when you want to banish, but your opponent doesn't have a grave, you just have a big board, and this card just can't do much. It's good in a mirror matchup because most of our spellcasters, you can bring back their Flu Delirious and you banish it and you get a free 2005 attacker. It's nice.
Okay.
And the last 3 is a 3 melee match. Again, for back row decks, for mirror matchup, you can just bait out there like this.
Yeah.
Yes, going second, we wanted to see this, but it does claw in the hand when you have meltdowns.
Yeah.
So be mind that.
Alright, I think that's it for the deck profile. Any shoutouts or last word you have here?
First of all, shout outs to Ethan for allowing me to take this deck profile, and also shout outs to our good friend Wen Feng. Always keep that in mind that this deck is good. Believe in yourself, and also shout outs to him for practice with me. Sometimes I got any ruling knowledge I don't understand or so on. He'll just help me out. And also shout outs to During Nexus, allow us to have a nice place to play around. Yeah, and that's our good old boss.
Alright, thanks again Kaitoh for joining us today. Appreciate your deck profile. Hope you guys learned something and I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.